Hello and welcome again to the Conservative Historian. As I'm speaking with you today, the world is encountering a significant challenge, and that challenge is a disease called the coronavirus. Now, this particular disease originated in Wuhan province within China, but has migrated throughout the world. As of this reporting, the United States has over 1,000 cases. There are tens of thousands of cases throughout the world, and unfortunately, 4,000 people have passed away due to this disease. Now, Hobbes said that life was nasty, brutish, and short, and he was really thinking about three different things that were going to limit the life of a human being. The first was famine, the second was war, and the third was disease. In the United States today, famine is largely under control. Though there are some hungry people, most Americans do not understand true hunger, as most people have throughout history. As far as war goes, we have not had a foreign invader touch our shores for 200 years, going all the way back to the War of 1812. But disease is still very much with us. Now, a little bit about the history of disease. In 430 BCE, Athens was ravaged by a very severe plague that not only took away a significant amount of the population, but their leader Pericles, and much to the detriment of the Athenian war effort in the Peloponnesian War with Sparta. In the late 180s CE, the Roman Empire was also ravaged by a plague called the Antonine Plague that severely depleted the manpower of the Roman Empire and affected the late imperial period severely. In 1347, a ship arrives in Messina, in Sicily, carrying the Black Death. And that particular plague, now known as the bubonic plague, took away a third of the population of Europe, more than likely ending the High Middle Ages. And more recently, within the last 150 years, the Earth has encountered something called the Spanish flu, an influenza that claimed the souls of 20 million people. Now, a lot of people today blame globalization for the coronavirus. In other words, because we are now a global entity, because somebody can jump on a plane in Beijing or in the Wuhan province and be within New York in 24 hours, that this is somehow a danger. But globalization has always been a part of humanity and a part of disease care. It is not lost that the Athenians were a maritime empire, trading throughout the region. The Antonine Plague more than likely was brought over the Silk Road, a trading port from Asia that went all the way through the Parthian Empire and into Rome of the day of Marcus Aurelius. And then it is interesting that that ship that arrived in Messina in 1347, bringing with what the medieval people would have called the Black Death, was from a Black Sea trading port. In other words, all of these diseases migrated along trade routes. But obviously disease today can move along much faster, but here's an advantage we have that the people in ancient times, people in medieval times did not have, and that is the free flow of information. When that ship from the Black Sea arrived in that port of Messina, there was no way that the Sicilians, later the Italians, the French, the Germans, the British, that were all affected by this, could tell each other or share information about exactly what was happening or what they were encountering. Today, we can do that. We can share information freely. Information can be transported in a matter of seconds. That is our advantage, and that is why I feel strongly that these epidemics are not going to be the same kinds of things that the ancient peoples, medieval peoples, or even in the case of the Spanish flu of 1918 encountered.